conversation with us. And so, without further ado, my name is Felice Ricks, and I am a customer of the nowsite marketing platform. And I'm also a founding affiliate for just over 2.5 years with nowsite marketing. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce the presenter for this evening. His name is Richard Laidler. Richard was born in the United Kingdom. He was raised and educated in Cambridge. He immigrated to the United States in 1996 to exploit some new digital printing technology that he invented. He started a company with that invention, and then in 1990.
Yeah.
Okay, 2004, he sold that business for multiple seven figures income. And then he went on to become an owner of multiple Dickey's barbecue restaurants here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And as trend would have it, he went ahead and sold those businesses and is now focusing on more residual based type businesses, which he currently has two. One of them is his very own energy business, and the other is the nowsite marketing business platform as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the person that introduced nowsite marketing to me 2.5 years ago, Richard Laidler.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me, lovely?
I can.
Fantastic. And just in your defense, you are the moderator and you were speaking at the same time. So it's kind of hard to juggle all of these different things. You'd always do a fantastic job. But yes, indeed. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me this evening. Lots and lots and lots of great stuff going on. Some crazy stuff going on out there in the world, but there's some great stuff going on here at nowsite. Whenever I hear Felice introducing me and talking about having once upon a time been a traditional business owner and now being in more of a passive type business owner, gosh, I'm so happy that I did that. I've had some success with traditional business, but the success was only financial. It was kind of not personally. It cost me a couple of marriages, and I'm not a bad guy, right? It was just those traditional businesses, they can really kind of own you, and having a business that is more passive or residual type businesses are really great things. So I'm very happy to be a part of that. And nowsite actually has an affiliate program attached to this. That's not really the main part of this call. We do touch on it at the very end, but it has a passive element to it as well, which I'm very happy to be part of. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on out there. And ironically, here I am saying that nowsite is doing great and everything's really awesome. Well, in a time of crisis, in a time of difficult times, there's kind of a bit of a polarizing effect. Whilst there are, and I mean this from a human aspect, obviously, that's very tragic. That's very sad. There's some people who are really struggling right now. They're losing their jobs, or they're very sick, or there's all sorts of things going on like that. And obviously, from a human aspect, that's quite tragic. But from a business perspective only, I do not want to disrespect the human aspect. But from a business aspect, we've got this polarizing effect where some businesses are really kind of struggling during this time, where other businesses are really kind of benefiting from. Ironically benefiting from a time of crisis. Like, I would love to have shares in Zoom right now. We've gone from 10 million users now, I think it's to 400 million users. Boy, would I like to have some shares in that business. Netflix is going through the roof. Apparently alcohol sales are going through the roof as well. I wish we call them off licenses in England. I'm not sure we call them here, but liquor stores, I guess, liquor stores. Yeah, I'd like to own a liquor store. Gun sales is going through the roof. Delivery companies going through the roof. Whilst there are, thank you, Felice, whilst there are companies that are struggling, there are companies that are really benefiting. One of those is nowsite. And the reason why nowsite is really taking off right now is we give the one-man band, the one-woman band, the small business, the opportunity to communicate with their potential customers and current customers like this and using, using that real estate that is the screen on people's phones. So some really exciting stuff going on here, and I want to kind of jump right in that. I don't want to take anybody's time, so I'm going to switch across my screen right here, right now, put myself up there. Again, my name is Richard Lader. Thank you very much for joining us today. As I was mentioning earlier on, I've been a traditional business owner. Currently, I'm glad to have sold those. I made good money, made 7 figures on one of them. I'm glad to have not be doing that anymore, because now I have more of my own time. Now I have businesses that give me the ability to make the same kind of money, but without that commitment of time and risk and this type of thing. One of those is an energy business. We're not talking about that tonight, but it's where I can help people save money on electricity bill, whether they're a residential person or a commercial person. I can help them save money, and every time they pay their bill, I get paid on it, which is every month. I sold it one time. I get a little tiny piece when they're saving money. I get a little tiny piece every month. That's a great business to be in. I like that. And that's actually how I got involved with nowsite. I have a music business that I do with my son, but I got involved with nowsite by wanting to use nowsite to promote my energy business. I knew that me as a one-man band, just going out looking for people who are looking to switch electricity today, was it's a long shot. 364 days of the year they're not switching, but one day of the year they are switching, right? And I've got to be lucky enough to catch them on the day that they're switching. And I knew I needed to be marketing, so that's why I got involved with nowsite, and you'll see why in just a second. But bottom line, if you're a small business owner like me, a one-man band, one-woman band, solopreneur, a network marketer, of which there are like 300 million in the world or something. It's crazy how many network marketers are out there, or a small partnership, basically a small enough organization where we're busy doing what we do, so we don't have time necessarily to be able to market ourselves, or to be able to, or certainly have the funds necessarily to hire someone to do it for us, and we're just kind of out there hustling for those customers who are looking today, because at the end of the day, we need more customers. We need to, and it's kind of getting harder. There's a couple of issues out there that one is a general issue, and one is a very current issue. The general issue is, and it's kind of a good news, bad news scenario, is that the number of people who are looking for your product or service, and I don't care what it is, it could be an awesome product, an awesome service, a fantastic organization, but the number of people who are looking today, I'm talking about today, right now, is very few, probably about 1%, maybe as high as 3%. On average 1%, and usually less than that. Okay, the number of people who are looking, but as one-man bands, one-woman bands, we fish in that pond. We fish in that pond looking for someone who's looking to buy today, because I got bills to pay, I got a mortgage to pay, I got to get my car payment done, right? I need sales today. So that's the knee jerk of what most one-man bands, one-woman bands do to get business, at the expense of not approaching the other 99% who are looking at some point tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. That's marketing. That's, if we are doing some marketing, we can throw a big net out over the other 99% and have them coming to us over time. Because the good news is, at some point they will be buying our product. Just most of them, it's not today, it's some point in the future. We just need to make sure we're in front of them when they're looking to buy, because this is not an option anymore like it used to be. I mean, I'm sure it's going to come back, but there's been I don't know if you've noticed, and I hate this term new normal because now it's way overused, but things are done really differently. Lots of people are really comfortable with this. Even, grandmas and, people who are not used to technology are doing this all the time because, face-to-face thing, right, on the cameras, because as in the picture there, the opportunity to get together face-to-face is just not what it used to be. This is not an option. Face-to-face is going away, replaced with this exchange across the internet like we're doing right now. A lot less cuddling going on, but there's still at least the communication going on, which is great. But word of mouth is kind of being replaced by word of post. There's this big change from offline to online, and the way people do things are very, very different. And the current issue, obviously, this is being exacerbated by what's going on out there. And again, another good news, bad news scenario is right now everyone's on lockdown. This is very typical. I mean, you look at the cameras right now that are on, everyone's at home. You see kids in the background, dogs barking. This is very, very normal. I kind of like it. Like Felice was saying, it's kind of nice. I like to see who people really are. But the good news is even though they're at home, they're online, right? We can do this. We can have this conversation. Imagine having this epidemic back in the 70s or 80s or 90s or even the early 2000s. We would have been super isolated. Whereas now we can at least do this. And the great news, we also are in a digital economy. So we all have access to these things, right? And computers, like you're probably watching me right now, we have access to this thing called digital marketing. And it's truly leveled the playing field between ourselves and the big companies who've been who have been doing this for kind of like 10, 15 years and occupying this real estate that this most valuable real estate, because this is where everybody's eyes are buried. Digital marketing has meant that anybody can kind of get out there and do some digital marketing. Here's the thing that's really interesting though, even though it's actually the route to getting onto the phones to be able to do this is relatively simple. The number of people who are actually doing it is about 1%. 1% of small businesses and the big businesses are actually doing any kind of effective digital marketing. And I'm not talking about just having a website. You know, we can all go and get a Wix website or a Squarespace website. We can build that. But what are you doing to attract people to it? When they're at your website, what are you doing to, you're probably informing them with pictures and text and this type of thing, but what are you doing to create a conversation, to create interaction? What are you doing about collecting their information? What are you doing about having a call to action to have them doing something? What are you doing about just as, again, instead of looking for leads and sales, we need to be starting more conversations. What is your website doing about starting more conversations? The 99% of us who are not doing it, which the odds say that most of you who are watching this Zoom call right now are standing by watching the big companies doing it, and the 1%ers, and they're just kind of monopolizing that real estate where the eyes are while we stand by and just watch them doing it. And why is that? Even though the access to Facebook, the access to Instagram, the access to YouTube, the access to make a website is so simple, why are we actually not doing it? It's actually because it's a complicated thing to do. It's easy to open the door, but then actually creating it is really hard to do. We've got Google ads, we've got message bots, we've got all of those things that just went across the bottom of the screen. Google ads, you've got all sorts of different things that you need to be doing your digital marketing. And it's kind of complicated. And so we end up going back to what we used to do, which was to put on our suit or put on, get our hair done and our makeup done and go out there and go face to face. That's not around anymore. And now we have to learn how to be able to digitally market online, because that's where everybody's looking. No one's going outside. 67% of people have made a buying decision before they even walk out their door, if they ever do walk out their door. And we have to be part of that conversation, that inner monologue that they're having, that research that they're doing. That is digital marketing. We have to do it, because this ain't an option anymore. And if we don't adapt, if we don't get out there just like the big boys online, then we're going to suffer, especially if our competition's doing it. They're going to get ahead of us. I mean, look at the names and companies that are here. Some of them are not around anymore, and they were big names. Some of them have gone away. The good news is we now have this technology, this thing called nowsite, that's going to allow you and me, the regular one-man band, one-woman band, to be able to do what the big boys are doing and to get ourselves, step out of the sidelines and get in the ring and compete for that real estate on people's phones and on their screens. Something called the nowsite platform. It's the first all-in-one digital marketing platform, and it's powered by artificial intelligence, which is going to do a lot of the lifting for you, because as I've said, we need more customers, and the only way we're going to do that is by starting more conversations. The opportunity to put an ad out there. Back in the days, I mean, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you'd see an ad, right? With your laundry detergent, a price, a pretty girl next to it, and a sales line like, Whiter Whites or whatever. That was when you didn't have a particularly sophisticated audience. Now, your audience, your customers now are sophisticated as you, because they can do any research they want. They can go and find what kind of product they want. They can find out who they want to buy it from and what price they want to pay. We need to be part of that, as I was saying. We need to be part of communication. We need to be part of that conversation, but it has to be simple. It has to be something that you and I can actually do. The other 99% of us who have stood by and watched it being done by somebody else, the Now site is built for us, those with gray, of us with gray in our hair, or been around a little while. Whether you're 20 or 80 years old, you're now able to market just like the big boys using something called the Now site platform. So let's break it down real quick, what we need to do. So first of all, let's establish one thing. The movement from offline to online is happening. You can bury your head in the sand and say, oh, well, I don't want to do it that way. I've been doing this for 30, 40 years. I can't change. Well, in a time of an evolution, it's not the strongest, the fastest, or the most intelligent who survive. It's the ones who adapt. It's the ones who adapt. And this now is a time of evolution. It's happening real quick, but we've got to adapt. And NowSite has made it easy. But what do we need to do? Few simple activities we need to be doing if we're going to market online. Okay. One of them obviously is to attract attention. We've got to say, hey, I'm over here. All right. And again, I'm not talking about the old fashioned advertising we used to do. I'm talking about, hey, I'm over here. Let's have a conversation. Get to know me, get to know who I am, get to see what I do, get to trust me, get to build a relationship with me. That's what I'm talking about. We need to have online ads to be able to do that. We need to do content marketing. That's a little bit of jargon. That is basically all your friends and family and colleagues and associates who know you in social media. But it's something we need to be doing. Bottom line, if you've been looking to buy, I don't know, I've got a stapler here. You've been looking to buy a stapler, right? Now, all of a sudden, staplers all over your computer, wherever you look. That's retargeting. We'll cover that in just a second. And SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. That is how easy it is for your customers to find you. Obviously, we need to be able to do that. Once we've done that, now we've attracted your attention. Now we need to start a conversation. Okay. And I'm not talking necessarily a physical conversation like this. I'm talking about a conversation online, having them come to your website, have a look around, have a call to action, maybe offer them a free ebook or a free gift or an entry in a competition, starting this kind of interaction that's going on. Because remember, most people are not looking to buy today. Right? We would like them to be, but most are not. We've got to start that conversation so that we're in front of them in 78 days when they are going to buy, right? And that's by starting a conversation with websites and email, blogging, content marketing, all of that type of thing we need to be doing. We need a database to be able to store, obviously, the information that we're collecting from people. And then we need to be able to measure what we're doing so we can see if our ads are working, our websites are working, our email campaigns are working. This is what we need to be doing. And if you want to do that right now, prior to NowSite, you need all of these different products. All of them need to be learned. All of them need to be studied. And then you got to make them all work with each other. All right. So one thing is learn them all. That's weeks of work. Then make them work with each other. Usually they're kind of independent, and you have to have some kind of API to make one work with the other. It's really complicated and can be a little pricey. $500 to $2,500 a month is on the low end. My tax person spent over $3,500 just on her website. The good news is the NowSite platform has everything I've just listed there all under one roof. All you need is one of these, cell phone or a laptop or a computer, and you can literally market just like the big boys. No matter whether you have any marketing experience or just a little bit, or you've dabbled. This is for the other 99%. That is the unique selling point of NowSite. For all of its great features, the biggest part of it is the fact that it's made for you and I, the fact that you and I can now do it. So again, we've established that the movement from offline to online is happening. If your business is not online, you do not have a business. And that is from the words of Bill Gates. And I've paraphrased it a little bit, but if you're not online, you do not have a business, and you're certainly limiting your opportunity to have any kind of success. And you're constantly going to be struggling against your competitors who are online. So let's go and do a little bit of this digital marketing thing. We've got to, first of all, attract some attention to our product, our service, or our organization. Remember, most people are not looking to buy today. We'll catch the ones that are. I'm not saying to ignore them. We'll catch them anyway, because you throw a big net out, right? You're going to catch some of the ones you want. The other ones are just going to be people that are going to be ordering down the line. And we just need to make sure we're in front of them. So first of all, we need to do a little bit of online advertising, which I know a lot of people go, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work, gets difficult to do. And you're quite right. There is quite a lot to do. You've got to learn all of the systems of all of the various different apps and websites. You've got to learn Facebook rules. You've got to learn Instagram rules. You've got to learn how to do it on YouTube. All of that is work that needs to be done. But with a nowsite platform, they make it super easy. You're going to create the ad one time, and I'll show you how it works in just a second. We use something called an ad pin. That's a little bit of jargon, a little bit of nomenclature, and you'll see why it's called an ad pin in just a second. But we're going to do some online advertising to attract people to our product, service, or organization who we don't know. Okay, people who are out there going about their business, and we're attracting their attention, saying, hi, I'm over here. Okay, again, not trying to sell to them today, but just, hi, I'm over here, notice me, let's start a conversation, because at some point you will be interested in what we're doing. If you want to do any online advertising right now, you need to create an advert. You need to work with all of these different apps and websites, and there's over 1 million of them. Okay, so what ends up happening is people will usually, if they're going to dabble, they'll do maybe a bit of Instagram or a bit of YouTube or a bit of Facebook or something like that. But you cannot choose where people are going to find you. You don't know that your best customers might be on Bloomberg. So you've got to try it. So you need to be marketing on all of these different websites and apps if you can, and an agency would do that for you. But when you're doing it on your own, it's kind of tough to do. Here's the good news. With the nowsite platform, you create the ad just once. You don't even have to go into any of these platforms, because the portal is going to do the work for you. You create the ad just one time, and then the portal will distribute that ad according to the nowsite platform algorithm across the 1 million different apps and websites for you. Let me show you how that works. So if you become a nowsite customer, this is your back office. You can see over on there are all the things you're going to need to do to be able to do some digital marketing. You got analytics, online ads, websites, email campaigns, social marketing. All of these things are in the platform. And we're just going to select the online ads right now. That's going to open up this window. I'm going to create an ad for a real estate person, just because we all know what real estate people do. They're awesome people. They work super hard to sell houses and list houses, okay? We all pretty much know that. But let's say we've got a realtor. His name is David Poole, okay? And he's got an open house this weekend in Highland Park in Dallas. So obviously his cell line is going to be Highland Park property, open house this weekend. Okay, pretty simple. He types that in over there on the left. Again, no coding needed. Just type it in, right? Just on the keyboard or however you want to do that. That then appears in the work area over there on the right, in the white area. Now you can put a description in there. Beautiful 6-bedroom family dream home in the heart of Dallas. Again, this is for a realtor, but picture it for whatever business you're in, whether you're a restaurant or a personal trainer or an art gallery or a musician or an insurance person, a network marketer. You can do all of this yourself. It's super, super simple to do. So we put in the headline, we've put in a description. Now we need to put in a photograph. Okay, now remember that the algorithm is going to distribute the ad for us. Okay, we're not going into any of those different apps or websites. It's going to do the work for us. Now, some of them need a square picture, some of them need a rectangular picture. So we need to put the same picture in twice so that the algorithm can pick the right picture depending where it's going to put it. So we've created our headline and our description. We put a picture in. Now what we need to do is to let them know where we're going to be actually, when someone sees our ad and they click on it, where it's going to go to. So you need to put in there your URL. Again, we have a guy here, David Poole. Let's say his website is called davidpoolerealestate.com. Okay, pretty innocuous, sounds pretty good. So he just types that in. Okay, great. Now what we need to do is decide where we want the ad to go. So we click on online ad location, and this is where you're going to find out why it's called an ad pin. It opens up a map of the world. I can now choose anywhere in the world where I want this ad to appear. Could be right over where I am right now. Could be over the open house. Could be over a busy airport. It could be over a excuse me, a wealthy housing area that could afford the type of houses that you're gonna that you're gonna see in this ad in just a second. It could be another county, another state, another country. I could be advertising right over my mum's house in the south of England right now. But we're going to advertise here. We're going to drop a pin down in southeast Dallas there. And we're going to put a circle. So that's, by the way, we're dropping a pin, add pin. That's where the nomenclature comes from. So with that, once we've dropped that pin, we can now draw a circle around that pin, as small as 1/2 mile or as big as 500 miles, depending on your strategy. You've got that opportunity to do however you like it. I really like the small circle, which does sound counterintuitive, but you'll see why in a second. I can be really targeted when I'm over a particular area. But once I've done this, I've created the text for the ad, pulled the pictures in, chosen where I want it to go, hit save. And now that ad will be distributed according to the algorithm across the social media and general apps on the iPhones, Androids, tablets, desktops, laptops, whatever screens the people within the area of that pin are looking at. Really, really simple. I could have an idea for my electricity company. I'm down here in Dallas. Let's say the Cowboys won. I want to link my electricity, shocking result, for, obviously electricity pan of some kind. I can pull over to the side of the road and create this ad and have it out there after a brief approval period in no time. Little old me. Before I did this, I'd had like hardly any marketing experience. Same thing with you, real simple to do. So here's an example. Here's a girl called Maridel. She's getting married in November. So not today, all right? This is like most people. But she sees this house and thinks, wow, that would be a beautiful house. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's a beautiful house. It would be a beautiful house for me and my husband when we get married in November. But she's looking today. This is, she happens to be in the area of the pin. She happens to be on Facebook, but it could be any one of those other million different apps or websites. And this is what the ad looks like. It looks just like a normal online ad. Again, this is the same as the online advertising you see that's out there. The only thing that's different, the unique thing that is different about nowsite is that you create the ad and everything in this portal, which anybody can do, and the hard work is done by the technology by distributing it out there for you. Real simple, right? And I do get asked the question, why would all of these different websites and apps allow our ads to appear on their platforms? Well, it's because nowsite actually buys over 100 million different ads every month, and they resell them to us for us to use in little packets with our ad pins, okay? So they buy in bulk. They pass those savings on to us, so we get really competitive rates for our ad pins. And the reason why they don't mind our ads appearing is they're getting paid. Again, nothing about this online advertising is any different. It's just a delivery mechanism. So back to our girl here, super excited about getting married. So she clicks on the ad, wants to have a look at it. And she is now taken to the URL that David Poole put in. Remember, he put in David Poole Real Estate, I think it was, .com. She clicks on the ad, that's where she's being sent to. But it could also just as easily be his business Facebook page or his LinkedIn or his Instagram or YouTube account. It could go to his real estate broker's site like Keller Williams or Century 21 or whatever they happen to be. But remember what I was saying, that the nowsite platform has everything you're going to need to do digital marketing. This isn't just about the online ads part. That's just a little part of this whole platform that you now have being offered to you right now. And obviously part of being able to do your own digital marketing is to be able to create your own websites. Okay, so with the website, with the nowsite platform, you can create your own websites, not just one or two. You can create unlimited websites, literally unlimited. That's not 100 or 200. No, it could be 1,000 or 10,000, unlimited, as many as you want. I have 46 websites for my electricity company. Why would I need that? I got one product. Well, because my customers all vary. I've got young people, I've got older people, I've got middle-aged people. I've got a large area around here of Hispanic people. I can be promoting in Spanish. I have a large African-American community. Everybody buys in different ways. I've now got unlimited capability of being able to target my ad for my one product to all the different people in the different ways they want to receive it. So I've got that capability of being able to do that. I don't need any HTML skills. Remember, this is built for the 99% of us. I don't need any HTML skills. I don't need any press skills. It's all done really simply for us. So what's the job of a website? To inform people about what we're doing, to connect with people. So because we haven't got that face-to-face option, we've now got to do it like this. Hopefully I'm connecting with you. I need to be able to collect your information. If I can, I've got to do what I can to do that. And I also need to have some kind of CTA, call to action, give you something to do. So I can keep, in this case, or David Paul can keep Maridel intrigued between now, July, and November when she's ready to buy. Right? Back in the day, he would exchange business cards and hopefully remember to call her a month before she's ready to buy to catch her early enough. But now we need to be communicating. We can communicate with a totally appropriate way between now and in November. This is what the website can look like. It's very, very simple to do. Remember, we're informing, so there's lots of pictures on there. You scroll down that page down there, there's lots of text. Obviously we need to be able to connect, so let's put a video in there. David Paul can have a partial tour of the house. Hi, welcome to 1100 Hunters Way. Here's the front entrance, here's a double staircase, here's the kitchen. Check out the 3-inch granite. Here's the master bedroom, beautiful his and her showers in the bathroom here. We have to check out the yard. The yard is unreal. It's the most beautiful landscaping I've ever seen. The pool is huge. It's got this grotto area over in the corner, really super fun for the kids to play, great for you and your spouse for romantic evenings. You have to see this house. In fact, if you'd like to have a tour, just fill out the information below and we'll arrange for either a virtual tour if you're not leaving your house, or if you'd like to come and have a look around the house, we can arrange an opportunity for you to do that. Pretty innocuous, right? Pretty simple. Oh, no, 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 no. You have just hit the holy grail of marketing. You attracted someone who you didn't know. You've pulled them into a website, you've informed them, connected with them, you've given them a call to action with this tour, but you've collected her information. Maridel now is part of your inner circle. Now you have to be appropriate, of course. Now you can communicate with her between July and November and create a relationship. You have hit that's the mother lode right there. That's the central target. Every analogy I can think of, the golden goose of marketing. You've got our information. Compare that to the billboard on the side of the road that thousands of people are driving by. Does that billboard collect their information? No, they're hoping they see it and remember it enough times that they're going to do it. You're collecting their information, and that is the center of all marketing, whether it's nowsite or anybody else's marketing. Building your database of names of people who are interested in your product. Here's the toolkit about how to use it. There's 240 industries covered with stock photography. So you're going to more than likely find your industry in there. Lots of stock photography that you can use for your landing page that is always growing as well. David Paul had to actually upload this picture of this house though, because this is pretty specific. So you can upload your own images as well. When he uploaded it, it appears under the large image square on the left. If you look over on the left, there's some squares, there's some gray squares. One says large image. That this image here is he's uploaded behind that picture, that button that says large image. Pick that up, drag it across to the right, let it go. And that's where your house image is going to be. The video, when he created the video, had a link to it. Okay, that link is underneath the square that says video. Pick that square up, drag it across to the right, let go. That's where your video is going to go. Anybody can do that. If you can click and drag a mouse, you can do this. It's really simple to do. But if it's still not simple enough for you, you've got a button down there in the right-hand corner. You click on that button. You can be chatting to someone, an expert who's going to be helping you. And they'll even share screen with you if you need to help you get through everything. Okay, So let's carry on doing what we're doing. We've attracted this girl's attention, Maridel. We've pulled her into our website. We've informed her. We have connected with her. We've collected her information, and we've given her a call to action. We've started a real conversation, but we need to keep her information somewhere. So obviously the nowsite platform has to have its own database. Okay, big deal. What's the big deal about a database? Well, there's three things about this that is particularly important. Number one, it's already part of the platform. It's not something you've got to work out how to use, how to make it work with, your ClickFunnels or with what's going on here. This is already in there. Secondly, it's a full CRM. There's a bit of jargon there, customer relationship management system, like Salesforce, where you can now be super professional and organized, staying in touch with Maridel because it organizes your communication with her. But the third thing, and super important, is the database is now going to trigger just one of the ways that you can now, or David Poole can now stay in touch with Maridel. That happens to be with email campaigns. Now, email campaigns, no matter what you think about spam and this type of thing, email campaigns are still absolutely up there as a super effective way of being able to market to your clients, especially if they've opted in. Has Maridel opted in? Yes, she has. So this is a great way of you now being able to stay in touch with her. She's looking at houses. She's interested in houses. She's excited about getting married. It's just like if you're watching the TV and the commercials are all up there, you're ignoring them all except the one for the Ford truck that you're looking to buy, right? That's what's going on here. Email is still a fantastic way of being able to have a conversation between now, July and November, when Maridel is buying. Again, it's only one of the ways. We've got other ways we can do it, but emails is one of them. And check out the emails. They can be as beautiful as those websites. Again, simple drag and drop. You got all the stock imagery there you want to do this, or you can upload your own, or it can be a simple 2-line email. But this is where David Poole is going to build his relationship, where he's going to win her trust. He's going to give her advice on, other houses in the area, the schools in the area, where to find a cleaning company, where to find, a way to be able to dress your house or stage your house really, really inexpensively. So he's built the relationship, win the trust, so that then he can now do his job. What's his job? To sell the house. There is sales, there is marketing. As one-man bands, one-woman bands, we are in the world of sales. We go out, we're looking for people who are looking to buy today. We have a conversation, and hopefully they're going to buy from us. We are not really in the area of marketing. Apple are, McDonald's are, Geico is. If they're doing it, we need to be doing it. This is a simple way for us to be able to do it now. So, and that's what the royalty platform's for. It's to make sure you are in front of the other 99% of people who are looking to buy tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, by starting a conversation, gathering their information so that you can have an ongoing conversation with them between now and the time they're ready to buy. Here's the first email that is that could go out. Now remember, Maridel is expecting an appointment to have a look around the house. So the first email here that is triggered automatically says, Maridel, thank you for getting in touch to arrange a tour of our 1100 Hunters Way. Click on the link below or give me a call on 214-766, however he wants to do it, to arrange a tour. Two things important about this. David Poole, this is the first time he knows about it. The ad, the website, everything else was all done. Did I say royalty? Did I say royalty? I meant to say nowsite. Richard's saying I said royalty. I meant to say nowsite. I've got a little swear jar. The company has changed names recently from royalty to nowsite, and every now and again I switch into the royalty thing. So thank you for pointing that out, Richard. I appreciate it. But this is now how David Poole can now stay in touch with Maridel. This is the first email that goes out. Okay, and this is what he'd expect to what she would expect to see. This is going to arrange a tour of the house, which is great. All of this happened automatically. David Poole didn't have to do a thing. But there's a second thing that's really important about this. Do you think Maridel's going to be the only person who wants to look around this beautiful house? Of course not. There's going to be another 50 people who want to look around this house, who fill out their information to David Poole, so that they can arrange a tour. That's 51 contacts that are now going into that database I showed you. That is what royalty is all about. It is building this database. Let's say he's got 20 houses for sale and 50 people want to look around each one of them for different reasons. That's 1,000 people you're putting in your database of connection of contacts, so you can be talking to them on an ongoing basis. Make that 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, you've got a database which is 10, 15, 20, 25,000 people who are looking at some point to buy a house. That is what royalty is all about. Second email could be just about what a great guy David Poole is. Third email, other houses for sale in the area. Fourth email, maybe suggestions of a loan officer, maybe suggestions of a title company, a cleaning company. These are all going out automated, right? David Poole set this all up, but it's ingratiating himself to Maridel. So when she is ready to buy, David Poole is there in front of her to be the person to help her buy. Okay, so let's attract some more attention. So far, we've attracted the attention of people we know. What about the people who, we've been out there and attracted the people who we don't know. My apologies. We've been out there, attracted the people, all the people who we don't know. What about the people who we do know, where all the hard work is already done? The whole now, like, and trust thing has already been done. We had to do all that work with Maridel. We had to, bring her into our circle of influence and build this relationship with people who are already in your circle of influence on your social media. Hopefully the know, love, and trust is already done. And the thing is, those same people actually want to give you their business on one condition. They buy from you, not you sell to them. No one likes being sold to. Everybody wants to buy whatever they want to buy, right? And that's what's going on here. With the content marketing section of the Now site, could you check the muting, please, police? Let me check that real quick. Okay, I think I just caught it. Yeah, if you could just keep your eyes on the muting, please, that would be awesome, so it's not distracting for anybody. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. So what we're talking about here is people we know, love, and trust who want to actually give you their business as long as they can buy from you and you're not selling to them. With the content marketing section of the Now site platform, you can now appropriately let your friends and family, of which you probably have hundreds or maybe even thousands, know about what you do, know about your industry, know about things about your industry. So they're constantly reminded the business you're in. And this is where most of my business comes from. I have online ads out there using the portal, but most of my business comes because my friends and family and associates are merely reminded that I'm in the electricity business. Because that's a pretty easy product to know. No one needs to be sold on what electricity is, right? Maybe your product, maybe, like, for example, let's say you're a Mary Kay girl. Maybe you want to talk to people about your, why you should buy Mary Kay lipsticks rather than L'Oreal or rather than Rodan and Fields or whatever. You can do it using this particular methodology here, because we are all posting on our Facebook or on our LinkedIn or on our Twitter all the time. We're posting on there, okay? What you can do with the Now site platform is you can post on the Now site platform through the Now site platform, where the post no longer is just a post. What I mean by that is, usually when you see a post and you click on it, the picture gets bigger, or you can read the comments about the picture, okay? However, when you post through the Now site platform, that post now becomes clickable, like a fully functional ad. So when they click on it, it now goes to a landing page or a website that you've created. Okay, so in this case, David Poole posted about his open house, but let's take that Mary Kay girl again. She wants to start a conversation. She doesn't want to say, buy my lipstick, buy my, my makeup, buy my, anti-aging cream, whatever. She just wants to start a conversation with their friends and family, so they're reminded of what the business is that they're in, so that the business that she's in, so that when they're ready to get some makeup or whatever, they go to her. So when they click on this ad, because it's clickable, it can go to her landing page that she created. And this first picture here, instead of a picture, could be a video of her putting lipstick on. and showing the different fashions of lipstick between 1920 and 2020. An interesting video where she's starting this conversation. She's not saying, buy my lipstick. She's saying, look at me, I'm an authority in makeup and I know about lipstick. You may want to consider buying from me when you're in the market to buy. That's what we're doing here. We're starting conversations. Content marketing is absolutely the best way to do that. And as I say, this is where my business actually comes from. So let's summarize the the nowsite platform. I nearly did it again, Richard. Yeah, I'm catching myself. We are trying to, first of all, attract people who we don't know with the online ads. And we're also trying to attract people who we do know with content marketing. This girl over here on the left there could be your sister or your cousin, or it could be someone who you don't know who works at a company down the street. But we've attracted her to a landing page where we've informed her about our product. We've connected with her. We've collected her information, put it in the database there, and we've given her a call to action. We've started this conversation. So at some point along that blue to red line along the bottom, when she's in the market for your product, you're in front of her when she's ready to buy. And this is actually the real kind of epicenter of the whole royalty platform. It's not the number of leads you're going to get, not the number of sales you're going to get. Stop going out there looking for leads and sales. Of course we want them, but what you need to be doing is starting more conversations, putting more people in your database so that you can have more conversations. And remember, with David Poole, he's got, you know, people like 50 people wanting to look at that one house. He's got 20 houses. That's 1,000 people. Do it for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. He's got this huge database of people who are looking to buy a house at some point. And let me tell you this, you have a large database like that. In fact, the bigger your database, the wealthier you're ever going to be. All right. That pretty much dictates how wealthy you're going to be. And no matter what they do, they can shut you behind your front door. They can take your job away, take your business away. If you've got a large database like this, you're in business tomorrow. When I sold my business for over $2 million back in 2004, they did not buy me. They let me go. They did not want my staff. They didn't want my building. They wanted a little bit of my technology. They spent all of that $2 million+ on my database. And I don't care whether you're a one-man band or you're Apple, your value is your database. Now, obviously, if you have technology or certain patents, that has value as well. But for the normal, you know, for an electrician, for a normal person that doesn't necessarily have a patentable product, it's his goodwill and his database that people will want to buy. That's what we're doing here. Whether you're a one-man band or Apple, this is what you should be doing. Obviously, you need to be able to measure your results. Remember, I told you we've got Google Analytics here, where we can measure your results to see if your ad is any good. Here's the back office again. That ad there, top left, is the ad for that nice house that Maridel was looking at. David Poole can see how many people looked at the ad. Here it says 9,435 people looked at the ad. If only 3 people had then clicked on it, let me tell you one thing, that is not an indication of online marketing not working. It's surprisingly normal for people to think that that is what's going on here. Of course, online advertising and online marketing works. Google's massive, YouTube's massive, Facebook's massive, Instagram's massive, because online marketing works. So let's establish that that's not what's going on here. What's going on here, if people are looking at your ad and not clicking on it, it's because your ad sucks. Okay, let's face facts here. It's because your ad sucks and you need to change it. You need to make it more attractive. You need to make it more alluring. Okay, let the numbers be your judge, not your ego. Okay, you can also, with the analytics, see the age, the gender, the device, the location of the person. You can pick how old you want to go out. Remember the Mary Kay girl? Maybe she's got a line of teenage makeup. She can specify 18 to 24-year-old females who are interested in, and then there you can put your keywords. Okay, this is where you're going to improve your SEO. Remember, I talked about that at the beginning. Search engine optimization. That's how easy it is for people to find you. The more keywords you use, the easier people will find you. Okay, that's where you do that. In fact, you are manipulating the marketing in your business as if you're a digital marketing ad agency without having to spend the thousands and thousands and thousands to do it. You can do it all yourself. And not only that, you've got your best buddy here, artificial intelligence. He's going to do most of the heavy lifting for you. When you sign up for nowsite, you put in your name of your company, and you answer some questions about your product or your industry, so that when you're ready then to go and build your campaign or to do your day's marketing, the artificial intelligence will go out to the internet for you. It'll find the content that's already working for your particular industry. It'll find the wording for your particular industry, and it'll put your campaign together for you. It'll build your website for you. It will give you suggestions for content marketing for you. It will build blogs for you. It will send email campaigns for you. All the heavy lifting for you is being done by this artificial intelligence. In fact, let's take a look at Joanna here. She's another real estate agent. I'm going to show you how she can create big campaigns and this type of thing, but we need to be doing a daily thing. You'll always hear, like Gary Vee is always talking about, always be posting content and this type of thing. It's a lot of work to go and find all that. The AI does it all for you. Here's Joanna. She wakes up in the morning. She comes downstairs. Is she in her pajamas? Yeah, let's say she's in her pajamas. Okay, she's sitting there. She's looking at her laptop, and an email there is waiting for her from the artificial intelligence. He's been up all night creating a social marketing post for her. She's just going to make a cup of coffee. She goes and puts the kettle on to boil some coffee. Already, she's now reading this article about some social marketing post that's been created. Here's the post: top 10 reasons why it's the perfect time to buy your house, a dream home, right? She's not posting buy my house. She's posting an article that's interesting about her industry. This is what starts conversations, but it was written for her, okay? She likes the image, she likes the wording. AI says, would you like to post it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or all three? She says, well, what's it gonna look like? That's what's gonna look like. And she clicks go, and now the post has been posted to whichever site that she suggested. It checks that it's gone. Did it publish your post? Okay, you can go to Facebook and have a look, but it will have done. Yes, you've just done your social marketing and your kettle hasn't even boiled yet. Not only that, but it then says to you, would you like to add this content as a blog to your website? It writes the blog for you and adds it to your website. Thank you very much. You haven't done anything. You just hit another button. The kettle is just starting to boil. It hasn't stopped there. It then says, would you like to send an email to your followers? It writes all the emails for you, selects the list and sends it out for you so you've done 3 clicks so far. You've done 1 click for your social media. You've done 1 click for writing a blog for you, and 1 more click for sending out an email campaign, and your kettle's just boiled for you to go and make a cup of coffee. That is unheard of in the marketing field. To do any just writing content, writing blogs can take hours to do that. It's just done it for you in the same time as it took for Joanne to make herself a cup of coffee. All in that time it's been done. 3-click marketing is one of the most valuable parts of what AI is going to do for you. It will help you create your whole campaign if you want to be a more complex thing. You can do that as you grow into it, but just day by day, it's going to do all of that for you with your 3-click marketing. The retargeting, fascinating. This is where, as I say, you're looking to buy a stapler. You do a search online for a stapler, and now staplers are everywhere. They're all over your social media. They're everywhere. It's not Big Brother that is, it's not your washing machine listening to you and letting Big Brother know you're looking to buy a stapler. No, it's a normal marketing technique. And the nowsite platform has that. When someone has come to visit your website, Maridel went to visit that website with David Paul, right? Let's say she got distracted halfway through, didn't complete the whole thing, didn't put her information in there for a tour, but because she visited the site, the retargeting automatically is going to hit her 10 more times with re-engaging her with ads because she visited that landing page 1 time. So if you're pretty good at following up and you do 1 or 2 or 3 follow-ups, that's great. But the retargeting, nowsite AI is going to hit her 10 more times as well. So that's 13, 14 times she's getting touched because she just visited your landing page 1 time. That will transform your business because let me tell you, I'm pretty good at following up, but I often forget. I get busy. I don't follow up. And everybody on this call knows that fortune is in the follow-up. Well, thank you very much. Your artificial intelligence is going to do that with the retargeting for you. Couple of realtor applications. Again, let's just readdress what David Paul is trying to do. He's trying to attract people he doesn't know to go and look at his house. And he's doing that with online ads. He wants to attract people he does know. Are you going to do that with his content marketing and driving people to his to this open house? He's doing this on his little lonesome. He's not using an agency to do it for him. Here's a really cool application, which is actually relevant for pretty much everybody on this call, but let's show you from a real estate person's application. There are hundreds of companies moving from California to Texas. One of them is McKesson Corp. They're a big pharmaceutical company, thousands of employees. I would love to be that real estate agent who is helping them move from San Francisco to Dallas. Well, I can then, remember that portal at the beginning? I can create an little ad, type in McKesson Corp employees, are you relocating to Dallas? I can upload my 2 pictures, a square one, a rectangle one. I can select where I'm going to put it. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to type the address for McKesson over in San Francisco. I'm going to make the circle really small, and I'm going to drop it right over the top of McKesson Corp campus with an ad that's saying, McKesson Corp employees, are you relocating to Dallas? And the people who are going to see it are McKesson Corp employees who are relocating to Dallas. If that isn't absolute targeting, I do not know what is. And that's great for realtors, but who else are they going to need? They're going to need a mortgage company. They're going to need a title company. They're going to need a moving company, a landscaping company, a cleaning company. Who would have thought a Dallas dentist could advertise in San Francisco? Absolutely. Catch them before they get here. Schools, organizations, churches, vets, all of them can be promoting to people. If you're in business right now, go do a search for who's moving into the area, and that you'll find 50, 100 different companies at any one time. You can start promoting to them about your business. Okay, that's realtor applications. We've also got roofers can be storm chasing. Bands can be promoting where they're gigging next. Network marketers and insurance people, I have just given you a blessing. I have reversed that conversation. No longer are you having to pull out that list of friends and family because you got to get them to buy your latest lotion, potion, energy product, or your latest health insurance, life insurance. You've reversed the conversation where they can learn about you, find out about you, learn about your industry, learn about your product. So when they are in the business or in the market for your particular product, service, or organization, they can do what they want to do because they know, like, and trust you. They will come to you and buy from you, so you don't have to sell to them anymore. It's great for restaurants, churches, charities, schools, literally the list goes on. Any company that's looking to create exposure of their product, service, or organization, this is perfect for them. And let's have a look at the price here. As you can see, the pricing is incredibly reasonable. When I had my Dickey's barbecue restaurants, we would spend $2,000 to $4,000, and we had 3 of them per restaurant. So we were spending $10,000 to $12,000 a month on marketing. I would spend $87, more than that, on our toilet paper. Now I can do this for all of my marketing for my restaurants. I don't have them anymore, but that's what I would have done. $87 will get you unlimited websites. That alone is worth the price at the door. But 3 of those with the $87 package can be driven by AI. Right, where it'll do all of the work for you. It'll create all of that content for you, give you suggestions for what you do. It also has 10,000 marketing emails. It has the unlimited social media marketing. Remember when Joanna was making a cup of coffee, right? You can do that unlimited times. Don't overdo it, because you just need to remind the people on your content marketing, on your social media, just need to remind them about what you're doing. But you've got that unlimited. It's not going to cost you any more. You've got the search engine optimization. Remember the keywords you were putting in there? You've got the ability to measure everything with the analytics. So no longer do you have to worry about ego. I mean, AI is going to do a lot of that work for you, but you don't have to worry about your ego to worry about, whether that design's any good. Just look at the numbers. But also with the $87 package, 250 visitors to your website are going to get retargeted with 10 ads, 10 more reminders. That alone is going to transform your business just because of the follow-up. The 167 and the 327 are just for a bigger application. You just get more for it. The 167, you get 5 AI campaigns rather than 3. Unlimited websites, 50,000 marketing emails. Again, the unlimited social media marketing. You know, the girl making the cup of coffee, unlimited. Search engine optimization, analytics, and 500 people who visit your website will be retargeted with the 10 ads. 327 is just more of the same. That's the package I have. 10 AI campaigns, unlimited websites, 100,000 marketing emails, unlimited social marketing media. Again, the search engine optimization, the analytics to measure everything, and 1,000 people who visit your website will get 10 more ads. Talk about follow-up. That alone is absolutely worth it. Remember, now what about if you want to do so each one of those, by the way, is its own fully complete functioning digital marketing platform for you to be able to use depending on what size business you have. If you want to do the online advertising as well, that component is obviously you need to buy those ads. That's the little pricing down at the bottom of that of the price list there. You can get 10,000 impressions, which is 10,000 guaranteed eyes looking at your ad for $50, okay? And there are a couple of other prices there. I have the 50,000 package with the 327 package there because I get so much return on that investment many times over. But with that 10,000 package, what I can do is I can split it into 2 if I want to, and I can have 2 ad pins for 5,000 impressions on one, 5,000 impressions on the other. So I can do some A/B testing as well. That ad on the left was the ad I started with, and it was terrible. I thought it was great, but no one was clicking on it. I'm marketing electricity to apartment complexes, real tight over the top of apartment complexes. That ad on the left sucked. The one on the right, I got 10 times more clicks than the ad on the left because I took a picture of me standing outside the apartment complex and I named them in the restaurant. Lexington residents, high energy bills last month. That you can do your A/B testing. That's why a package like this would be a great start, and to be able to do some A/B testing. Again, the AI is going to do a lot of that testing for you. Remember the content marketing, all of my posting on my Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, that gets me most of my business, but I also do the online advertising as well. And I have 6 of those ad pins over 6 different apartment complexes around Dallas. And that brings me in a whole bunch of new names and connections that I can put into my database and I can start conversations with. So then when they're ready to switch electricity, I'm in front of them. I'm the bald English guy that they never forget because I'm like a stalker. They always see me outside their apartment by the sign there. And that's it. That's the nowsite platform. It's everything you need to be able to do all of your digital marketing, your online ads, your social content marketing, the SEO, all of these buzzwords you're hearing all over the place, email campaigns, blogs, analytics to be able to measure everything. All of those things are in the platform and are done for you, and heavy lifting done for you by artificial intelligence. But the point is it's made for the other 99% of us. It's nice and simple to use, so we didn't have to do this all the time. We don't have to worry, oh, I've got my mortgage, I've got my this, I've got my that, I better sharpen my spear, and boy, I better get some sales today, otherwise I'm in trouble. No, now we're building a farm that's going to feed us every week, every month, every year. There's always a little bit of hustle, but you truly now have a digital marketing platform. You are behaving responsibly like a big company. They're going to give you everything you need in your digital marketing platform. It's all the heavy lifting is done by artificial intelligence, and it's all for under $100, or you can actually get it for free. I'm going to show you how to get it for free if you want to stick around for a couple more minutes. But if this is something that makes sense to you, get back with the person who invited you. They'll be able to answer any questions for you. They'll be able to get you started. They'll be able to tell you about how to get it for free. I'm going to show you in just a second if you want to stick around, but get with the person who invited you. For those who need to go, I understand, no problem. Thank you very much for your time. But for those who want to stick around and see how to get it for free, you can get your platform for free by just referring 3 people. nowsite want to build their business. The best way to do that is by having us refer it. If you think it's a good idea for your, I don't know, for your restaurant friend whose business is dead right now to get a platform that's going to cost him less than $100, or he can get it for free as well. For $87, he can now market his business online where everybody's looking. If you think it's a good idea that he should do that, all you need to do is refer them to this call. I'll do the hard work for you, okay? I'll do the presentation for you. Refer 3 people and your platform is now paid for. Here's Lisa right here. She's got an $87 platform. She refers it to 3 of her friends, a real estate person, a chiropractor, and a dentist. Her platform's now free. That's awesome. I would suggest she gets a couple more, maybe a restaurant owner and a musician, just in case one of her 3 falls off. And then she never has to pay for it again, which is awesome. Now, 90% of people who watch these presentations are just customers and just want to use this platform to market, to do all the digital marketing that they know they should be doing but haven't been doing. I would suggest they refer it and go get it for free. That makes complete sense to me. But there's another 10% who are like Felice, who you heard from in the beginning, and myself. We see, we want to hook our wagon to this train, because if there's 500 million small businesses out there, which there are, and 99% of them are not doing digital marketing, and I don't know if you noticed, but we're in a digital economy right now, then I think we got an opportunity. Felice saw that, I saw that. This is not an upsell. This is just, if you are interested in hooking your wagon as a plan B alongside what you're currently doing to this train, then come and become an affiliate. You can take advantage of Nowsite's affiliate program and make additional residual income. I think everybody should have a plan B, especially in the times the way they are. I bet there's about 20 million or approaching 20 million unemployed people who wish they'd had a plan B, right? No, you can do that by becoming a Nowsite affiliate. Nowsite will pay you an affiliate commission based upon the monthly income you generate for them. And that's just by referring people. You can refer people directly. I referred Felice to this business, but I also get a benefit out of the people that she refers as well. Here's what I mean. Here's Lisa. She referred her 5 people because she wanted to get it for free with 3. And she put 2 more on there just for some insurance. But those 5 people are also business people. It makes sense to them for them to get it for free as well. So they referred it. Lisa gets paid on all of those folks. Here, let me show you how that works. So again, if you're going to refer 3 people, that's 3 times 87, right? That's 87 plus 87 plus 87 is 261. That takes you over the 250 mark there. And now you're going to get your platform for free. Awesome. But let's say your 3 people are smart business people. They're business people, so they're going to want to reduce their bill. Let's say they get 3 people as well each because they want to get it for free. Now the revenue that you're sending to Nowsite with your 3 and their 3 is over $1,000. Because of that $1,000 now going to Nowsite, they're going to send you a check for $365. Thank you very much. But it's not one time. They send it every month after month after month. You're getting $365 because you got something started, and all you did was refer them to this call because you thought it would be a good idea that they were marketing their business online. I'll do the work for you. You're welcome, by the way. Now, if those 3 go get 2 more, right, to get that insurance, and they now got 5. Those 5 people, again, are smart business people. Let's say they refer to 5 people as well. Now the revenue you're bringing into royalties over $2,500. Now, because of that money that's going to Nowsite, I said royalty, didn't I? I said it again. Money's going in the swear jar, Felice. You're getting richer. Now, because of that money that's going up to Nowsite, all right, of that over $2,500, they're now going to send you a check for $1,000. Again, not one time, month after month after month. You can keep going. I've been in this business for 15 months. In my 11th month, my residual income went over 5 figures. Now, that's not typical. I'm not saying that everybody's going to do that. I want to make sure that that's perfectly clear. But I just work this alongside my electricity business. Okay, it's not like it's just I'm just doing this. I've got my other main business as well. And it's that the Nowsite business is paying me over 5 figures a month. There's real money if you really kind of want to build this business. So for those who want to build and want to refer more than just 5, here's kind of how that works. So here's Lisa. She got her 5 to get it for free, and those 5 got 5 people each as well because they want to get it for free. We're all business owners here. This is not just to your broke brother-in-law sitting on the couch watching reruns of Cops eating Cheetos, right? This is business people. They want to get their platform for free. So because she's got 5, those 5 have referred 5 each. The revenue of $348 on level 1 that you referred and $2,171 that your 5 referred goes to nowsite. Because of that, nowsite pay you $1,000 a month, every month. You have to have $600,000 of tax-paid money in the bank to be able to earn that at 2% interest. And good luck getting 2% interest right now. This is a real simple business to do. Lisa's the only one building here. She's now terrible at it, but she's been doing it for 6 months, and she's got 10 people on this call who've decided to do this in 10 months. Who just want to get it for free. They're just referring people to this call as well. I'll do the work for them. But because of the revenue on level 1 of $870 going up to nowsite, level 2 of $4,350 going to nowsite, they now pay you $2,000 a month. That's a mortgage down here. That's a nice rental of a house or an apartment down here in Dallas. For those in the Northeast or over in California, it's half a mortgage. But that's real money, and it comes in month after month. She's still building. She's been going for a year. She's still terrible at it. She's been referring less than 2 people a month to my call where I'll do the work for her. But she's got 20 people that she's brought into the business in a year. 1,740 goes up to nowsite, and her 20 have got 5 each. All right. That money on level 2, 8,700 has gone to nowsite. Now they're paying you $4,000 a month. And I don't care who you are. That's a lot of money. That's the average salary that people are working 40 hours a week for to earn. And that drive to and from work, you're getting it paid to you every month, whether you work or not, because you got something started a year ago. Make sense? This is why I like these residual businesses. She's now doing it 2 years. She's got a little better. She's doing slightly more than 2 in a month. And all you're doing is suggesting they get on this call. That's not a lot of work, okay? I'll do the work for you. Those 50 have joined. Those 50 just want to get it for free, again, and that's just by referring them to this call. I'll do the work. The money on levels 1 and 2 goes up to nowsite. Now, nowsite are paying you $9,000 a month. Now, I don't care who you are. That is a lot of money. It's almost too much. It almost now starts to be unbelievable. But it's the same math as the first one I showed you. It's just a longer period of time, okay? This is a very real thing that you can do. Now, if you want to do, if everybody's building a business, so far the only person building has been Lisa. If everybody wants to build, if everybody's like Lisa and myself and some other people who are on this call, then you can build a small team. Let's say Lisa here brings on people like Felice and myself and like some other people on this call. I've got over 100 people on my first level that I've referred. I know Felice has got over 50 people on her front line that she's referred. I think probably approaching over 60 now. There are people out there who want to build just like Lisa. If she finds 30 of us, the revenue on levels 1 and 2 goes up to nowsite, and nowsite are going to pay you $26,273. Again, it sounds too much. It's the same math as the first screen you saw just now. Same math. All it is finding people like Felice and I who are excited about it as well, and we're doing the work, and I will do the presentation for you. Not only that, but you'll also get the training done for you. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. There's a couple of things you can do here. You can either be a customer, or you can be an affiliate, or you can be both. If you just want to be a customer, that's cool. If you think it's a good idea that your business should be on the most valuable real estate right now, which is people's cell phones and computers, then get started as a nowsite customer. You can get all your online advertising done, your content marketing, the retargeting, where it's going to do all those 10 ads for you, doing your follow-up for you, all your SEO. Listen to these words. These are words you've been listening to that other people have been talking about. You didn't know what it meant. Now you're going to have it all done for you with that big heavy lifting being done by the artificial intelligence for you. Unlimited websites, email campaigns, blogging. He's going to write your blog for you and post it for you. And your email campaigns, he's doing that for you. You've got more content marketing, and you can measure everything so you don't have to have an opinion as to whether it's a good idea or not, or whether your ad is working or not. It's going to do the work for you. And it's all for under $100 a month. Or if you refer 3 folks, you get it for free. If that doesn't make sense to you, I'm not sure what does. Right now, with 99% of 500 million small business, people not doing digital marketing, and we're in a digital economy, I think this makes sense. If you want to become an affiliate and hook your wagon to this train like Felice and myself, there's all of the work is going to be done for you. I do these presentations 3 times a week. There is the schedule. Down the bottom there, all you need to do is say, go to nowsite bp.now.site, and there's a button on there that will bring them to this call. You don't even have to give them a Zoom link. Just send them to that particular website right there. And then Felice or Gina is going to do the training for you. Again, you're welcome. This is a volunteer army. We're doing this to help you build your business. You're talking about a business here that can make you 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 or 9,000 a month. And all you're doing is referring people to this call where I'm presenting it for you. And Felice or Gina is doing your training for you to get them started. This is a simple business. I had my Dickie's barbecue restaurant. You want a not simple business? That's a not simple business. And it cost me $300,000 for one. And all 3 of those Dickie's barbecue, I'm on my soapbox, Felice, I'm sorry. All 3 of those Dickie's barbecue restaurants, I out-earned that with this business with something that cost me $87 that after my first month I got for free because I referred it. That's what you're seeing here. That's what I get so excited about. So if this makes sense to you, get back to the person who invited you to this presentation. They will be able to answer your questions. If it's something that you'd like to do, they'll be able to help you get started. And if you'd like to get it for free, by all means do so. They'll be able to show you how to do that. Guys, thank you very, very much. Thank you for allowing me to get on my soapbox one more time. I really appreciate all of that. I'm going to hand the call back to Felice to see everybody out. But again, thank you very much for joining me on the call tonight.
All right, and again, I'm going to echo that thank you. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time with us. I hope that the information that was shared with you tonight will be a good fit for your business. And if that is true, please go ahead and get back to the person that brought you to this call, and they will get you started. Again, we do invite you and encourage you to come back to our next presentation. And one quick note, soapbox or no, you did a fantastic job, Richard. I don't see any questions in the chat. But I do want to tell the other Richard that I will share some of my swear jar money with you for catching the website. So anyway,
I've got 2 of you, and I've got these grammar Nazis listening to me.
Yes, I have my my spies out there paying attention, so I will pay you accordingly. Anyways. Again, thank you so much. Again, we thank you for your time. Have a good evening, and hopefully we'll see you on another call or on our Jim Ducky's team. Take care, awesome. Everyone. All right. I'm gonna close the call out. Yeah. For those who've come on for the training tonight, if you can call back in again, that'd be great. I need to close it out because then it ends the recording, if that's okay. So if you need to